drains out. There's such a pain in my ass. Man, these things are wretched. All right, let's see if we can get slammed into. Woo, 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 woo. That could have been a close one. Happy Sunday. Let's turn this around. You're on the road. It is officially coffee time. Hello, Reverend Shimei. How are you tonight? I hope you had a good preaching day today. Grab a coffee real quick. Let me go over and say hi to my friend over here. I don't know if you'll be able to see him over there. He's right behind the pillar. See my buddy over there. I was talking to him for a minute. Caribou, what's going on, honey? Let's hit that thumbs up. It's amazing. Nobody even notices I got my boobs out. That makes me mad a little bit. Alright. We don't want to overheat the phone. We got 100% charge. Alright, let's roll out of here. How's everybody doing? It's gonna be chicken, and I think I'm gonna have a baked potato tonight. I'm quite excited. Man, this town is noisy. Ooh. Anybody else live in a town like this? I'll think of you always. Do do do. La do do do. Always. Not for just an hour, not for just a day. I'll think of you always. How you doing, Ronnie? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you under your flagship wrench again. Woo! Like it's 90s. I don't know, it didn't seem real hot today to me, but now that I'm outside, it's a little crispy. I got 2 walks in today. I'm feeling pretty good. I think I slept pretty good. I got up about 6:45 today, which wasn't bad. No, I don't think I ever drove a Firebird. Closest I had, my sister had a Fiero. Hey Benny, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well down under. Hope every little thing's gone good, Benny. Hope you are A-okay. Yeah, it's a beautiful day here, Benny. About 91 degrees Fahrenheit. Typical summer in California. We have the marine layer till about 9 o'clock, and then it burns off, and we have beautiful sunshine without a cloud in the sky. High pressure dominates. Just watched a guy walk around El Paso. Well, I don't know what the temperature. I mean, it's been really miserable down in a lot of parts of the U.S., but here it's been good. We're very blessed, Benny, to be on coastal central Northern California, where the Pacific Ocean tends to moderate the temperatures a lot here. I think I woke up, it was 60 degrees this morning. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. I hope you're doing well. I hope your health is doing good. I think about you. I see you on there doing your music, man, once in a while. Hello, Glass. I get this doggone air conditioner fixed there. Hey, Alex, how are ya? Cooling off 70. I'm happy. I know my friends in Phoenix, Cindy Talks, and others have been brutalized by, I don't know, it was 17 straight days above 110 degrees. I mean, that's like, whoa. That's something to deal with. I think Melbourne is always delightful down where Vinny is down there, though. You can get chilly in winter, but man, what a beautiful city. Melbourne, Australia. Hello, Mark. Yeah, we have plenty of friends on the channel in Phoenix. I felt bad for Adam today. He caught a video at 1 o'clock in the morning, or 3 o'clock, man. You could just see the sweat on him. Right? I mean, I don't know. We got to do something with this guy. Since the Big C, everything has changed. Yeah, I think we could pretty much say that universally, right? Right, Vinny? I mean, it's just like a lot of people up here have lost their mind. People's patience has gone south. I mean, the level of impatience in society, the level of service. Hey, Nino, how you doing, babe? It's been really surprising to me, and I don't know if you ever regain that ground again. I don't know. It's not clear to me. Hey, Kelly, how you doing, babe? It's not clear to me that society ever moves. Once the impetus is underway, I think it's like a law of Newton's law: force in motion tends to remain in motion. So I don't have real high expectations. I can't believe this guy's giving parking tickets on Sunday. This place, what does it say? Metered parking, Sundays exempt. What the heck's this guy doing in here? Yeah, well, you know, Alfred Hitchcock filmed a couple of his most notable movies here in this county. The Birds, of course, which I'm sure you saw, but I think an even greater movie of his was Shadow of a Doubt with Teresa Wright and Joseph Cotton and the Mercury Players. That was a tremendous. All right, do you have to be right up on my butt while I'm still parking, dude? Right? Wow. What a pain in the sack. Let's try not to take out a pole. So, he'd love to sit here, drink, and direct his movies. How you doing, Jerry? Let me swing that around. All right, tomorrow. Ooh, let a little air get in here. Tomorrow I should, hopefully, I think my appointment is at 11:30 tomorrow. I get the drains out. Oh, Lord. The amount of blood coming out is really quite small. It's not even blood. It's like more like cherry Kool-Aid or something. It's not real deep, but I'm very happy. Boy, if I can get a shower tomorrow, I'll tell you what, guys, I'm going to be on top of the world. I am going to be on the top of the world tomorrow if I could just get a shower tomorrow. What I don't want them to tell me, Maggie, I'm going to see a PA tomorrow, physician assistant, which is fine. She can certainly do the job or whatever, but I'm saying, if she tells me wait another 3 days, I can't do it, man. It's just, I'm coping with 90 degrees. I'm wearing a whole body armor. It's like wearing a Kevlar bulletproof vest. Like they haven't taken this thing off once. Hey Rio, how you doing? Did you ever soak in a tub? We used to have a tub, but I took it out when Missy Jen moved here. I converted the bathroom. You can see the video series from a tub to a rolling barrier-free shower. It was quite a process. I had to lower the floor of the bathroom, and it was quite an extensive project. Those drains. I hope so, Nino. Lord, I hope so. Anthony Hopkins did a very good Alfred Hitchcock. I don't see Anthony Hopkins in much anymore. It's like Liam Neeson. I've never seen him really do anything. Chiming, thank you, sweetie. I'm so glad you popped in. I wanted to personally thank you for your amazing generosity. I mean, year in, year out, year after year, you have been such a great supporter. And I just wanted to personally tell you thank you for that. When I was back in the time when we had the incident, Stewie's funeral, and Chiming's been with me for years. It's like, I've seen everything Rosie can do, right? I know how goofy it can get. Hey CSM, how are you? So I'm going to let the breezes start to blow a little bit here. I hope they will. Thank you, 2021. Yeah, she was chiming. Yeah, she was. I still see her around sometimes in some other streams and stuff. So I'm assuming that she's healthy. And I just wanted to say thank you very much. Congratulations on your courageous decision to detrain. Well, thank you. It's a work in progress. I'm just kind of surprised nobody's really noticing in my life that I'm trying to walk around now and just stand sideways. Somebody might notice something, Yeah, thank you, chiming in. I love you, honey. So I'm kind of disappointed, right? I'm like, what are we doing here? Right? So I'm very happy. I'm happy. It's good. I think I had a pretty good life before, and now I think I have a great life. I feel, my mind and everything is all good. It's all in coordination with each other. I have no clashes in my mind. I have no sleepless nights anymore, filled with worry, and it's good. I don't often exhibit it. I'm not the kind. I don't think I've ever been depressed in my life or anything like that. But the older you get, the more you tend to contemplate things and stuff. Hey Amanda, how you doing? Hey Deb. Anton Smith, your honesty is noted. Thank you. I'm waiting for Amanda hug and kiss to hit that one. So I did manage to get out for 2 walks today. I'm feeling good. The next chapter is going to be good. Fall should be good. I'm excited. Were you doing any? No, I'm not doing any testosterone therapy. No. Yeah, thank you chiming in. No, I won't be doing any of that stuff at all. Right, I'm pretty much past my sell by date. I'm happy. So, hey Cindy, how are you, sweetie? I'm not looking for, the greatest thing in my life now is friends. Hey, sure nuts, how you doing? That's the absolute greatest thing. Thank you, Cindy. In my life is friendships. I think friendships really have the ability to endure for very long periods of time, and I really like that. There's nothing worse, and it's rarely happened to me. It's only happened to me a few times where I lose a friend, and it's difficult. It's hard for me to accept, and I have to look at myself sometimes and say, well, what the heck did I do? The negative part, I must have contributed to that or whatever. So, so things are going good. Tomorrow I have an 11:30 appointment. I just want to see. It's going to be a painful one if these drains got to come out. Oop. So, too many owl spiders were. Tara came here to the Rancho. You don't have to go hunting for black widows. They're all over your property, Rosie. Found a big one. I only care about the important. Yes, that's right, chiming in. It's like, everybody's always going to have an opinion or anything. There's a lot of people that, quite a few people have written me that are, perceive that somehow I turned my back on the trans community. Well, I was never really a part of it, right? I was always kind of an outlier because, I did stuff on my channel that didn't really conform, which you see on most trans male to female trans. Gardening and orchard and projects and building stuff and and metal detecting. These aren't traditionally things that that females, they probably do so more these days, but you gotta do what makes you happy, right? I'm feeling pretty good tonight, Deb. I'm gonna barbecue some chicken and maybe have a baked potato. You'd hate getting hit by dozens of house spiders, so I never really considered myself in part of that community because I never led with, I never knew about fashion, or I never got involved in all that, or didn't get nails done. I'm not downing anybody that did get it done. It just wasn't my thing. Hey Patricia, the big day is tomorrow. I hope the PA5 things. I hope so too. I need a big nut. There we go. That's my biggest concern is tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to it. Man, I hope so. There's really hardly anything coming out anymore, which is good because that first day, I was losing. I thought I was going to have a transfusion. I hope that you'll get new. Yeah, thank you, sweetie. Always been just me. That's right, Cindy. Always march to the beat of my own drum. But you can see how, I encountered some people along the way, and you don't just go in and demand that things be done. You have to talk to people. You have to go through some counseling. You have to meet with some people. You're free when you see the doc. I hope so, honey. So I had to go through some evaluation and all that. And the thing that really struck me, the strangers, the thing that really stuck in my mind, how you doing, Simon? Big hugs for you. The thing that stuck most in my mind in this process was just how unique I am in the world today. Because it's like, oh, we got to scramble for somebody that can even talk about this stuff, because everybody we've hired the last few years has all been to get people to transition. And it's the rare person that comes along and says, you know what, I don't think this is who I am anymore. And I want to go the other way. Man, it's like, oh, you know, you're like the one for every 100 or something. I thought, wow, that's really something. Right? They said we're just overwhelmed and crushed to the extent that if you want to do bottom surgery or something like that, you're looking at a year to 15 months. So getting top done, implants and all that, you're looking at 6 months wait on that. So it's really kind of I don't want to say it blew my mind, but I was just thinking to myself, well, yeah, I really am swimming the opposite way. But then again, I haven't really liked what I've seen in that world these days anyway. But like I say, anybody can live their life the way they want. I've never told anybody ever on YouTube what they should do in terms of the life that they want to live, and I never would. I'm not conditioned that way. I've never been a judgmental. No, I don't have the AC working. Maybe I'll look in. Maybe I'll feel good enough tomorrow to stop by and see if the AC pirates are running up the flag, the skull and crossbones, pillage and rape, right? Boarding parties. Let's go. Man, these days, for anything to be repaired, you just throw yourself at the mercy of you just drop on your knees and snivel like a slob on the floor. Please have mercy on me. Now, the good news I can tell him is I already put refrigerant in, and it cooled the vehicle down for an evening. So thank you, chiming in. So I know the compressor's good. Rodent shoot on my ears 2 times, and wow, the hell do you get rodents in San Diego, right? LA, yeah, I guess he's saying, I don't know. But it's such a different world than when I undertook this back in 2010, 2011, actually beginning in 2008. It's such a different world today. I never imagined in a million years that you know, that things would ever rise to the point that they are now. It really shocked me. The problem with getting repairs, I don't know how to do it faster than when the book says. But so, well, yeah, I'm kind of at the mercy. I mean, I could put some ink dye coolant into it and look for the leak, and maybe it's You know, I don't know if I'm equipped to do that. Yeah, dealing with AC is a balancing act. Yeah, it makes it difficult. So don't forget, Terror will be coming up in the fall, and I'm really looking forward to that. What is this person doing behind me? I got that Baltimore 6 cents. Right, Santa Rosa needs some city with those tickets end of the month. I don't know, Deb. You're not supposed to even be given tickets on Sunday. It's supposed to be free parking. And yet the parking guy's running around here. I mean, explain that one to me. There's a lot of people doing Grubhub or Uber Eats deliveries here. It's so nice to see chiming in tonight. So I'm looking at my drains. There's hardly anything in it. I can't show you. I don't want to get a strike on YouTube, but it's probably only about maybe 8 milliliters in each one, which is nothing. So I thought it's quite an interesting world unfolding now, right? And everybody was just astounded, right? When I went in and I told them what I would like to do, they were just almost beside themselves, like figuring out how we're gonna do this thing. And I thought, wow, Even the surgeon himself is like, man, I don't, I usually do this for, everybody's coming in female and they want their breasts removed now and start on testosterone and all. So, well, I'm not. Do you ever get the feeling like you need to leave the city and go to kind of, well, Trug, I feel like I've been writing a book. I'm 3/4 of the way through chapter 13. It's a huge chapter. In a published book, it would probably be 40 to 50 pages, just this one chapter. It's a very intense philosophical, theological, societal work. It ties a lot of things together that I've talked about for a long time on here, and it also gives a very clear outlook of what I believe is coming up societally and everything in the future. And I guess in another 3 weeks or so, I'll be done I did the outline, and this is really the first draft. So I'm gonna feel a great sense of accomplishment when that is done, and then everything else is just editing after that. Yeah, it ain't real comfy, Deb, but it's not horrific either. It's 86 degrees and the breeze is coming up. I just got a big SUV next to me that's kind of blocking everything. I enjoy heat. I don't really dislike heat. I don't like wearing this. It's like a Kevlar vest. I mean, I've not been able to take a really hygienic shower since last Monday. My pool is broken. Oh, wow. Man, what topic of the book? No, I just mentioned what it was, Patricia. It's sociological, theological, philosophical, societal. So, Skunk, what happened to your pool? I'm guessing your filtration system went tits up, or what happened? I'm a very fast typist. I can type about 50 words a minute with no problem.
Hello.
I wouldn't be looking at my body. No, I'm not. Here's the deal, Craig. You got to know your limits when it comes to doing stuff like air conditioning. Tell me to pull ahead. Tell me to put a new head gasket on. Tell me to tear it down, put a new crank and journals and journal bearings in, and a new oil galley feed through, and get it all balanced. And yeah, I'll do that before I'll take apart an air conditioning or an automatic transmission. My hat really goes off to people that do ACE, the transmission repair. I don't think most of them really repair it anymore. I think they just swap out units and they just send everything to a rebuild shop now. They're not going to take all that time and have little check valve balls dropping on the floor and all that crap. No, they just send it to a factory where they tear that stuff down and just do it in a assembly line manner. It's a waste of time for dealers to do that. They just tell you your transmission's shot and that's it. Spending about $3,500 a year on pumps. It always seems like, because it takes a lot to move water. I noticed when I put a gold pump, GOULD, and I upped the horsepower to 3/4 from a half, I put no stress on that pump at all. So you might perhaps think about stepping up to a higher model. I don't know how to eat now. She's missing teeth from her now. She's persevere. I know him near the gums type of thing. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Patricia. Drive her up to the Rancho. We'll straighten her out up there. Hey, Louise. We'll take her out back. I'll call Tony. Tony, we got the situation. Yeah, she don't want to eat. The fuck, let me eat that. I'll fix that thing up. What the hell you doing? You thought of taking care of you, right? Your teeth, so what? I ain't got no teeth. Look at me. Now we're gonna eat, or are we gonna have a situation? I have a sand filter on my pool, more efficient and cheaper. Well, what I've always noticed is that the pumps are always undersized for the application, and that's by design, right? So I would spec in, junk the original one, and just step up to a higher horsepower motor. Right? You think, oh, I'll spend more in electricity. Yeah, you spend a little more in electricity, but you're not going to put 3 pumps in. All right. Boss, even with the boss's hot tub, he's had to play that game. All right. God knows how many. God knows how many pumps he's put on that hot tub. I would say probably 6, if I had to guess. And each one of them is a more progressive pain in the you know what to get installed. I don't know. Thumbs up are appreciated. So that's what's going on in my world. Ooh, if I can get a shower tomorrow, I'm gonna feel good. Get this Kevlar FBI vest off. That's gonna be really good. I fell asleep before your 5 p.m. start time and woke up. I missed you. Watched one. Okay, Patricia, cool. We had a pretty chill chat last. It wasn't too long. I think I went about 2 hours. I've been keeping them a little shorter because I'm trying to force myself to get some more rest at night. So, just for the time being. And then I think in another couple of weeks I'm gonna try putting the broccoli down for winter. I can't plant broccoli now or it'll burn up. But I've been harvesting a lot of carrots and all that. So after about 30% of people watch on replay anyway. They're not here for the stream, but they'll click it on the next day because they can just do what they want to do and just have it on in the background. Hey Danny, Cobra John, have you checked your EMs? Electromagnetic emissions. What are we talking about? Anti-M. How you doing, Danny? I have a larger pump. All my plants did terribly. Everything did good. Everything. Yeah, I've checked my emails. I checked them today. Did you send me something? The volume, as you can imagine, has been astounding over the last week or so. The volume of emails has just been staggering. Hey, Chef. You know, because I'll have people that are watching a video from like how I changed the pump out in the combination LG combo washer dryer, and they'll have a question. I got to answer that. Hell, that was 5 years ago. Or what I did in the bathroom for the mixer valve back in 2014, or just the questions come in. Oh, okay, Cobra John. Thank you. How you doing, Chef? So then I don't know. I got to go back and watch the video to see what they're asking about. Oh yeah, that was back in 2013 or whatever. Imagine having, 8,000 videos. Yeah, I want to meet for coffee, Danny. That'll be great. Why don't you come by Kitchen Stadium and cook up something for us? We'll feature you in there. Can you or your mods allow the side chat other comments on? Can allow. What does that mean? Okay, thank you, Cobra John. Patricia, a lot of people make the mistake when the hangout is over, and let's say my hangout is over at 8 o'clock my time. They show up to watch the stream at 8:10 p.m. They click it on, they see the stream, but they don't see the side chat. All right. Reason being, it takes a few hours for the side chat to process and then be reattached to the live stream. Okay, and the longer it is, the more. All right. Let's see. What does this say? Speaking of volume, people are reporting unexplained noise in the air that's giving them fits of rage and madness. God, sir. This is all we need. The new unexplained phenomena. Man, I love it. That makes me smile. Super busy this week. Never knew. Oh well, thank you, chef. Thank you. Yeah, stop by Kitchen Stadium. Let's get you in there to make one of your specialty items. Because let me tell you, Danny G can do, and she's a beautiful gal. She stopped by the Rancho. She's dropped a couple things by. Yeah, you did make me laugh. I'm thinking to myself, oh my goodness, weird, unexplained loud noises in the sky. Wow. Right? People are losing their mind. People are losing their mind anyway. People are absolutely losing their mind anyway. Every store I go into now, everything's all chained down and locked up. I mean, man, I can hardly get a Twix bar anymore. Like, really? Plus, these stores like Rite Aid, they always seem to be half stocked all the time now. They're never ever fully stocked. It's the weirdest thing. One was like, yeah, if we get hit, then we only get half the loss or whatever. Hey, Mon Chi-Chi, how you doing? Your Twix bar must be delivered from a drone. That drone's going to drop a Twix bar down. But what if it gets confused with the drone en route to Moscow to drop a bomb on the Red Square and the Rancho gets blown up or something? Then all of a sudden, I have to declare war on Russia or whatever, right? Or Ukraine. Now we have a big three-way war.
And he's got all the hair. Yeah. I was like, I've never seen one like that before.
Yeah, Kitchen Stadium. We have a good time. Now that I'm getting on recovery mode, Chimey, I want to go back to at least once a week presenting an original, like I used to do every Saturday night, do a Kitchen Stadium original beef Wellington or, some chicken cacciatore. Let's expand the repertoire. You might be allowed to shower from end of body. I was already allowed to do that, Patricia, but I didn't do that. I took my wash rag and just did as thorough a job as I could. It's okay. I wasn't aware of any dingleberries or anything. So yeah, it'll be good, Chime In, because I want to expand the repertoire. Yeah, the beef Wellington. I'm going to start researching that recipe. I got a great stove now, and I got the barbecue's been working beautifully. Yeah, the Space Girl. How you doing, Mon Chi-Chi? Well, the Space Girl will always live on in memory. That's for sure. Always look back to the glory days. It's like those 1920s Yankees, right? We look back. Let's see. Hope you get your pumps out. I do too. We're watching Tim and through oh, Tim, thank you. Thank you. Say hi to Jonathan. Thank you so much for the nice accessories. There's the beautiful Martin family, I think, from, I'm glad you're having a good time. Thank you. I'm going to try to work it out for next year to come out there to Kitchen Inn. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to meet you, Chef. I'm hoping I can meet you in Texas. Maybe buy you a little barbecue, maybe even meet you in New Orleans and do, I just want a couple dozen oysters sitting in front of me at the Acme Oyster House. Take care of yourself. Yeah, thank you, Ted. Yeah, I promised to meet Chef. My dream one day would be to short-term help Chef in the kitchen. Would that be phenomenal, right? That'd be phenomenal to be a pastry chef under Chef, right? Rosie, we need a dozen of them cherry pies today. Woo! And don't mess up on me now. I ain't got time to run down to Costco. Yeah, it'll be good. And I'm gonna make a trip cross country in the fall. That's gonna tie in with a lot of a faith journey too. That's gonna be interesting. Some very interesting sites that spirituality in America. Let me know is an advance. Yeah, that's good. Well, I never want your events to schedule around me, Chef. I would try to more adapt around you, right? Because you're working hard and I'm retired. How you doing, Ron? Baltimore is winning 7-2. Uh, yeah, good. Okay, glad. I mean, the Baltimore Orioles are a formidable team this year. They're not to be. They have very young, excellent pitching. They have tremendous hitting. Coming in hot with a big thumbs up. Thank you, Pauline. Good to see you. The Orioles have traditionally always had outstanding pitching, but marginal hitting, and now they have it all. I think it would be fun to have a big group from your chat go and help me. For my group, you think I got enough sober people in here, Patricia Wakefield? Right? Like chef needs us all falling over the kitchen. Is that a hair in that custard? Yeah, Patricia W. was stirring it. Right. Look, chef's doing all right. He's got it covered. He ain't paying people on the cheap. You seen Mrs. Chef? She gets in there. She does it up. Yeah, do we have to be sober? I don't know if I'm gonna be like Bourdain and I'm drinking in the kitchen, right? Chef be like, Rosie, could we hold that off till like 11 p.m.? then I'll join you. We'll get a little whiskey. Of course, for free. What do you think? I'm going to give Chef a bill and tell him, hey, man, I wanted to always, one of my dreams was always to do a cinematic video in a real kitchen with people doing prep and stuff like that. Set it to some great music and, right? A day in the life of a chef. As long as I can be designated as Sue is a sous chef. You don't like to taste a beer. I like to taste a beer, but not enough to be an alcoholic. And what the when they're oh, thank you, sweetie, thank you, Tim, thank you very much. Enjoy. I hope it's not too ghastly hot. I'm worse to work than Gordon Ramsay. I'm not sure if I don't know. People run hot and cold on Gordon Ramsay. I was listening to a documentary on it, and it's like people don't want the nice Ramsay on TV. They notice whenever he does a show that's really full out, 10 out of 10 on yelling and screaming and cursing, that people watch it like crazy. But if he tries to be mild-mannered and be a little more emotionally in tune to the environment or whatever, then people don't tune in. There's parking guys here again. Like, what are you doing, dude? It's Sunday. Take the day off. So I know that I've run very hot and cold on Gordon Ramsay. Sometimes I like him and sometimes I don't. I noticed on Restaurant Makeover and stuff that most of those places failed anyway, inevitably, because it has to be more than the food. All right, it just has to be more than the food. Some places just get tired. The theme gets worn out. We've had restaurants around here that have closed after 30, 40 years. Right? They're worn out. They don't get the younger crowds in. Take break from so long overdue. I have 10 more minutes on my break. Oh, okay, Pauline, nice. What the heck is this guy doing? So I like Gordon Ramsay too, but it does get a little overbearing at times with the cursing and, it's like people like that Marine Corps approach to kitchen. And I know there's got to be a certain element of toughness in running I know that you can't be a slacker and just have people come and go as they choose. Hey, I can't make it in today. Well, just don't come in at all, right? Gordon didn't realize a great chef might have a couple times. Oh, that's cool. I'm sure he has the chops as a good cook. I never doubted that. I mean, I laugh once in a while and kind of spoof him, but um, one thing I will say is I think I have a good, hey Steve, long time no see, I have a good inbred sense of cooking. You know, so what I would call a native sense for cooking. Not that I would ever, although I like the hours of a restaurant, I would love, I'd love to be able to, go in at, 2 o'clock and punch out at 11 or whatever, or 12, and just cap the night with a few drinks. I watch Ramsey on YouTube replays and stuff. Rosie has proven she can do anything. Yeah. The TikTok sounds big. Oh, your wife is beautiful and lovely. One of the prettiest gals I ever met on YouTube. Oh, Anton Smith, you don't hate anybody. Come on. He seems to have a nice family. He seems to have kept his family together. I mean, he certainly has a nice looking crew. But I don't know what you do for an encore when you're that young. And then I watched a Jeff Smith documentary too. Boy, that guy had a really sketchy life. The Frugal Gourmet. I had a super weird night with Bobby playing down there. And Dean Van and the story know that I'm still friends with Dean. Oh, that's cool. But there's been episodes of Gordon Ramsay. I'm like, no, my schoolwork and the politics are both. Yeah, Trog, I always dream to occupy myself with, volunteer work and all that. I'm not ambitious enough to ever open a business or something, but, just to down on that thing about the sore throat you develop. I think I'm real good today. My voice is strong, Patricia. I think whatever throat injury I might have suffered with the tube going down for the anesthesia has passed. So I'm feeling pretty good today. Yeah, he's a family guy. Yeah, I've seen pictures of his family and stuff. He seems to be, if your kids like you, you're doing okay. You don't hate anymore. Never use that term. That's right. But Cindy, that's true. How many people do we really genuinely hate? Social media, we tend to overuse the term, but in reality, right, it's really hard to hate somebody that you never have really any interaction with. I think hate is just an overused word. Hey Toodles, how are you? I think that's the difference. We kind of stretch our terms out on social media. How you doing, MR? Haven't been. Cindy Lou checking in. I'm doing wonderful, honey. Good to see you. How you been? I hate pedos. Were you abused as a child, Anton? Yeah, I'm okay, Michelle. I just keep telling myself, oh, I wake up tomorrow and at 11:30. You think anybody that had those tendencies would have already gotten the message? Well, welcome to the channel. So if you're still engaging in that stuff today, you get what you get. Having hate will hurt you mentally, Anton. Yeah, you don't really. Anton doesn't hate anybody. Just like love. I mean, I do it all the time. Love, hey, love you, right? Tell 3/4 of the women in here I love them, right? Never thought like that. Oh, yeah, I have been getting some sun. I'm a fan. We know, Anton. We're not, nobody's ever disparaged that. You be you, boo. That's one of, I think, my greatest attributes is, if there are any great ones, is I've never told anybody what to be, what to do, or anything. You need to come to a recognition of yourself by yourself, plain and simple. That's it. That's always held me in good stead. I got the belt too. Yeah, things are looking up, Trog. Everything's all good. Rosie, that's on the Yeah, we got a heck of a core here. And people that come on this chat are special. We miss you too, Toodles. I guess with the demise of Mark Terry, you gotta slum with us a bit. What the heck I did with my sunglasses today? So, chicken tonight. Gonna barbecue up some chicken and probably pull off a little bit of pork too. Give some of the pork to the cats. I have to go for my mower. Okay, there you go. Okay, Chef, take care. Good to see you. Yeah, good luck on the mower. Be careful. I got to do some work on my mower too. There you go. Time to step back. Yeah, I got 4 drumsticks, so I'm going to cook them up tonight. No, I'm not going to barbecue a kitten. Although I have sometimes wondered how kittens taste. Cat, I mean. In just a weird way. Being as I was in China for 5 years, I probably already know. What am I doing tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm going to get up and I have an appointment at 11:30 to see a physician assistant to check in for a follow-up. And I'm sporting 2 drains here. And I hope tomorrow they're going to be removed, and I hope I'm going to get permission to take a shower and really clean up nicely. I've tried to be as hygienic as I can, but you guys know it's difficult. No, my leakage has gone down in about 8 hours, maybe 10 milliliters, which is nothing. Which is really not much. Probably 6 on the one side and maybe 10 on the other. First day I was getting, tremendous flow, 50, 80 milliliters every 2 hours. I mean, I thought I was going to have to get a blood transfusion. You need to make a cook. Yeah, I need to do the hack job cooking. Purchasing mini yellow Dutch potatoes from Aldi's. I just like the standard russets. I mean, a couple of those bad boys and I'm good to go. What I do is take a wash rag just at the basin, Cindy. And I just try to do the best I can. Right. Did you notice if your surgeon was single? You like Taiwanese men, Amanda? That's the big question. He's from Taiwan. We speak Chinese. I could learn. Hey, Buttercup baby. I hope so too, and get to take a shower. Yay. I'm gonna follow doctor. If they tell me to wait a few more days, I'll have to wait a few more days. They will more than likely manipulate your sutures, and it'll be. Patricia, pain is not an enemy to me. I might fry some potato. I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. Pain is not a mystery to me. I mean, right? In the whole course of my recovery, in what is this? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 5 days. I've taken 4 Advil in 5 days. That's it. I've not taken one Vicodin, one Norco, one Tramadol, nothing. Just four Advil, that's it. Well, thank you, Michelle. I'm feeling good. So I never had any. I've always dealt with pain very well. I mean, I've smashed fingers before, and just construction's fallen off of second floors and out windows. Yeah, I haven't had a gummy since December, I think. As much physical labor as I've done, I mean, it's just pain is just. Yeah, I haven't taken gummies since December. I've been sleeping beautifully ever since January. I just smoked today and ate gummies. Well, you're doing the double duty there, MR. Spider trap in the bathtub. Where should I put it? I don't know. Depends what kind of person you are. Tara's doing good. She was in here. Yeah, she'll be here this fall. Had some nice messaging back and forth with Diane. She was checking in on me. She's keeping busy doing her thing. Hey, G. CBD cream for my back. I miss someone named Diane C. How you doing, Queen? What's going on? My healing is, I think, going really well. What's hurting my mental state is all these military color vehicles these days. It's so depressing to see Battleship Gray. With women. I mean, just try and tell me gender roles aren't reversing. Kick that spider, yeah. Oh, that coffee's good today. All of a sudden, everybody's got that military. Hey, 71. What is 71 saying? Mind over matter. Thank you. So you can see where the spider is. Back in a bit. Okay, Paulie. Welcome aboard, everybody. Please hit the thumbs up button if you're coming. It's going to be simple chicken tonight. I didn't feel like doing a big to-do for Bobby tonight, so. He was kind enough to take me and pick me up from my surgery. Hard to pull a transmission in high heels. Oof. Last thing I want to do in my life is crack open an automatic transmission housing and have all the little check balls and things fall all over the floor. I wonder where this goes. I got a few extra screws left over. I mean, you have to be meticulous. It hasn't been super hot. It's 83 degrees right now, Toodles. Which is pretty comfortable for right now. Pretty doggone good. Let's hope this thing charges. Oh, yeah, very common. Yeah, what I was saying is, Alan, the average shop's not even gonna crack open an automatic transmission anymore. They're gonna pull it with the bell housing, and they're just gonna put it on a truck, and once every week or so, the transmission rebuild truck comes around. They throw it on the back of it, and the guy delivers a new rebuilt transmission, and they pop it in. When's the last time I drove a manual transmission? Probably in 2000, 2015, when my lease was up on my Chevy Cruze, I had a I had a 5-speed in that. Pain in the ass. I've driven every manual, 3 on a tree, 4 on the floor, 5 push button, everything, tiptoe transmissions. Hail the automatic. That's all I can say. No, Cupcake's an automatic. Nah, not me, Callie. You know, my left leg, after being in a nightclub fight in 1985, ain't that van supposed to be back with your job? What does that mean, Anton? Yeah, I thought about getting an all-electric vehicle, but right now I can't even get my Social Security check. Now they're telling me it might be Christmas or spring. I mean, yeah, what about my van? My van's got about 113,834 miles. And the only thing that's not working right now is the AC. Yeah, I'm under review. Something about my time overseas. I guess people are investigating what I did in China or whatever. My job? What job? Anton, I've had this van since 2017. July of 2017. So, was that 6 years? It's done me very well. I haven't put a dime into it. I haven't even washed this van one time. I haven't vacuumed it one time. And yet it looks as clean and bright on the outside as anything else around here. Next year, not looking for trading in your car. And I hope that things come down and the availability becomes a little more. Yeah, it's not. These Ram ProMasters have been going 200 to 300,000 miles, so they're pretty proven. That Fiat 2.4 liter is a nice engine. What am I doing for income? I'm struggling right now. The help I've gotten on YouTube has been good. All the church work I've done has all been supported by my kind viewers. Had enough to cover the cheapest hotel room I can get and some cheap meals, so it's all worked out. It'll work out, Cindy. Ain't no big deal. It'll all work out, and all of a sudden I'll get a big check. Right? Just when dealing with the government, my life never passes easily there. Charity begins at home. Well, I have to work. I have work to do at my own church. I have a gutter to be straightened out. I have GFI outlets to be changed. I've got a lot of work to do in my home parish. I'm solidly on the maintenance committee. I have the whole doggone sheet here. They laid this baby on me. What do we got here? Building and Maintenance Committee meeting 7/18/23. Now you got to go through this whole doggone lawyers thing. Volunteer thing. Volunteer release of liability. We got a parking lot repairs, slurry sealing and striping, exterior painting, HVAC moisture sensors, building identifications, update parking lot signage, clean gutters and replace ceiling joints, install basket strainers at all gutter outlets, remove men's exhaust fan and replace, paint men and women's rooms, stain all the wood, shoot all the wood in the chapel, light fixtures, and I mean, there's a million things, man. There's charity begins at home, and I'm right there. But right now, I just don't feel safe enough to be up on a ladder yet. So I've been kind of taking it easy. Every day I'm out in the sun a little bit. It's the healthy glow, moist, dewy skin. So that's a lot to do. I have plenty of a whole to-do list here. Be punished for man doing the right thing. Oh, it'll be all right. Are you paying? No, I'm not paying a mortgage. I fully own my home. I've owned it since 2011. So I've eaten a lot of ramen noodles, right? But everything's all good. Everything's all good. I'm a real simple person. I'm not being punished. It's just, you know, it is what it is. But there's a lot of local work to be done. Well, it was a cheap house. All kinds of pictures, all kinds of crap. They just laid this bomb on me. People hang all kinds of clothes and stuff in front of the electrical panel. Wow, these people are unbelievable. Half the emergency lights don't work. Excess and unused storage in the kitchen needs to be removed. Countertops should be cleared. The storage area should be. Oh man. So I'm, you know, got plenty to do when I'm feeling up to it. Yeah, blessed to have the home paid. Well, I bought the home at the very absolute bottom of the housing crash, right? When everybody yelled at me and dropped to their knees and cried, couldn't believe I paid for it, right? It's unbelievable. No, it doesn't have asbestos. Hey, MR. I mean, how you doing, Jen? No, there's no asbestos in it. There's no insulation here. They don't insulate things out here. We only really have 3 seasons, so I don't think we dipped below 30 degrees last year. My home didn't have any insulation, and I did gut it and do termite repair. You can see all the videos, the whole series. I took a loan on and bought a home in 2008. I was in May of 2011 when things hit absolute rock bottom. Everybody was telling me I made the biggest mistake in my life. And, right. Do you think we have an out of this? What does that mean? Do you think we have an out of this? What does that mean? Talk to me like I'm a 5th grader. What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm doing okay, Jen. Just looking forward tomorrow. I got a point. The alien is to abduct Rosie. Well, I don't really buy the concept of aliens. Yeah, you worked your butt off there, Alan. Do you think we can get out of our current we find ourselves into? No, I think the inevitable consequence of trends today is I'm in dire fear of the next real downturn because the government will be lacking the tools to really, I think that'll be the downturn, the straw that breaks the camel's back. It'll just be, interest rates won't be going down, and that'll be the big shocker. And we'll be dealing almost eventually like a banana republic with high interest rates, and it's gonna really impinge on our existence. It's gonna create a lot of social anxiety, a lot of social disorder, especially amongst the young, many of whom already hate this country to begin with. And it'll give a rapid rise to socialism, and then communism, and then totalitarianism. How does that sound? There's simply too big of a population to peacefully transition to some type of future. Now, AI is the wild carding, right? Just depends how creative of opportunities AI is as opposed to how much it replaces, right? We already live in the most Marxist nation in the history of the world. We have government involved in every facet of our lives. We have no, we've killed off and buried God. That's gone, right? We're pagan as can be. Right, we have men and women at war with each other. We have gender confusion to an unbelievable extreme. Right? You think boomers had it better than millennials? Of course. The big problem with boomers is that boomers refuse to bite the bullet of living within, I mean, I'm sort of right on the cusp of boomers and Gen X, okay, right on that cusp. But, not being able to live within our means and borrowing to sustain a standard of living is never a good idea. And somebody has to pay the price for that. And the price for that will be higher interest rates, right? Which indicates growing risk in the financial system, right? Low rates, low financial risk. Higher rates, you start to introduce risk. So that, I think, is the biggest downside of the boomers. Yeah, it's going to, of course, the natural progression is socialism and then communism and then totalitarianism. You have too large a number of people to effectively have some type of smooth operational change here, right? There's going to be millions of people that are pissed off. My daughter's a millennial, is below their means, has done very well for herself. That's good. You mean Adam Smith or John Smith? Or Joseph Smith? Are we talking about the Mormon? Are we talking about the free markets? Which Smith are we talking about here? Those people paid $250 to die in a sub that was a machine. Well, at least I didn't pay for it. Hey, how you doing, Jody? Hey, Ducky. Right? I didn't pay for it. So, right. Well, what about John Smith? I mean, what do we want to know about John Smith? Pocahontas is an infinitely more interesting person to me than John Smith or Cotton Mather or any of the other Puritans, Church of Christ people. Those type of Lulus that came over. Hey guys, how? There you go, Trump. I think people's expectations of, thank you, Jody, I think people's expectations of what AI is going to be is kind of faulty, right? AI will always be the master of man. That's not an issue. Quantum physics is a disaster. I hate to break it to you, Ducky. They have the standard set of particles, and I'm not going to get into quantum physics and calculus and all that. I've always had a passion for that stuff. And you have a standard set of particles they've poured all this money into the CERN collider to try to prove the boson Higgs particle. Okay, every other particle they've tried to prove is theoretically existing, they can't prove. All right, that means the axion particle. Axion means clean. Remember the laundry detergent, right? So what they do is they just suck down a lot of money and they tell people, well, we didn't quite find a particle here, but our results tell us here. So let's shift our model and questioning over here. Then they get a new set of results. That doesn't go as expected. Well, let's just shift the model over here and give me another 10 million and we'll try it. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's the biggest money wasting. All it does is feed a bunch of theoretical physicists. That's all it does. There's nothing ever been proven beyond the standard set of particles. So what it all is now is an academic exercise in wasting money. They start CERN up, they shut it down, right? Oh, we need more power, right? Somebody's going to die when they're going to blow something up. How you doing, Yuva? Right. Okay, Tara, got you, honey. So quantum physics is it's just a money pit. It's just a big social employment scheme for bored college professors and stuff to write papers. I don't know how much money they poured into that CERN collider. 15 billion, I don't know what it is. I just hope nothing bad happens one day in a collision. I think I just saw 2001 on Turner Classic Movies. I didn't particularly think it was an interesting movie, but then again, I've never had a proclivity to enjoy science fiction. I've always enjoyed like historical documentaries and all that. I don't know what that means, Trog. If that's how much CERN costs, 34 billion, is that what you're telling me? It sounds about right. If you could travel back in time, where would you go? I would be born at the end of the Civil War. I'd be born in 1868, something like that, so I could really fully enjoy the industrial age and all the capital, all the fat capitalist barons and robber barons and stuff. I would love that period. Right, rotten meat being dished out in the armor factory, all that kind of stuff. That would be my era. Well, I don't know if I'd meet Walt Whitman. I'd certainly enjoy seeing New York City and Chicago and the great industrial, the birthplace of General Electric up in Menlo Park, New Jersey, and U.S. Steel. I'd love to see all those birth of the telephone and the telegraph and all that stuff. It's just a very exciting time. But I've seen it all in my lifetime already. Still remember the day standing in the kitchen looking at a little 12-inch black and white TV and seeing Neil Armstrong step onto the moon in real time. I remember seeing the funeral of John F. Kennedy. Yeah, thank you, Ducky. I remember restrooms, whites colored, movie theaters, whites colored, line up at Quinn Oak Amusement Park, whites colored, lunch counters, white colored, the school desegregation, all that stuff. Cities burning, riots, been in the middle of full-on riots, and gunfire, police on horsebacks with clubs. A very violent time. '80s babies. I think you're it, Anton. Oh, that breeze is good. What do we got for temperature? 82. I'm watching the funeral procession is 68, and then we were more so. I think we're less educated today on the whole. I would put a high school student from the 1950s and 60s, early 60s, graduating against any public school system child today. Better reading skills, better mathematics skills, better writing skills. Maybe not so much into social, indoctrination and all that, but certainly when it comes to reading, writing, arithmetic, today's kids can't hold a candle to that. Go ask people I've looked over resumes of people applying for jobs that can hardly know how to punctuate a sentence, and that they want to work in the medical field. Right? Hey, Quinny. Our emphasis has been shifted to the wrong thing. There's no way our young people compete on a par with those people in Asia and China and Taiwan and Korea. No way. Can't even hold a candle to it. You might have people in a higher university level that are more educated, but does that mean they're smarter and have more wisdom? No. Right? Was college designed to be for everybody? No. So I would take harsh exception with society is much more uncivilized today than it was in the 1960s. Started coming unhinged as a result of Johnson's Great Society in 64, 65. Social skills are non-existent. You can't teach ethics in school. You dare not teach civics. But you can teach the wildest gender theories that you want with no problem. In college, they're more indoctrinated now than educated. Well, college is a finishing school, right? Right, unless you're going into a real hard science, it's a finishing school. Most everything that you learn of value, you learn by the 9th grade. Which means early education is the most critical. Those first 9 years of education are the most critical of all. These are just my opinion, that's all. Your mileage may vary. For some people it will. But I've seen, uh, you know, I've seen the products of education, even in a place like this, which is fairly wealthy, and it's frightening. Would love to hear your theories on President Johnson one day. I'm very conflicted about President Johnson because very few presidents have ever been able to step into the White House and be effective in a role of getting legislation passed. Lyndon Johnson, having come through the House of Representatives and the Senate and of the United States and stuff, was in a very unique position, which few presidents are, to really be able to bully people and ram social legislation through the country. I'm not opposed to the Civil Rights Act and stuff like that. What I was opposed to was the Great Society of creating programs that have no effective end to them to this day, and just have tremendously sucked down resources, enabled people to become dependent on government, and really created more of a festering problem, not less of one, as time went on. Lyndon Johnson was a school teacher. He grew up very poor in the Depression. It made a very big impression on him at that time, right? But I think a lot of it's what I call the curse of prosperity. Hey, Joni, you do really well for a period of time in a society, and then people tend to believe that's going to last forever. And they can put infinite demands on the wealth of that society. Well, it's good to a point until that society becomes uncompetitive in the world, and you're still left with an even worse burden of people that cannot even capably support themselves in a modern world. Hey, Nippy. I mean, 40% of the kids born in this nation are born out of wedlock, right? You know, we devalue the traditional family experience. How you doing, Yumi Swan? How's it going? We don't create the environment for success here. We create a dependency. Marxist means that the state controls all the assets, and the people all vest their belief and devotion to whatever the state decides to do. Always worth reading the Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. It's a shame that most of the weird ideas, and I have part German heritage in me, so I can speak freely, most of the really weird ideas in life have come out of Germany. Most of the weirdest people, Freud, Marx, Nietzsche, Schopenhauer, the list just goes on. They're either the most gifted people like Beethoven and Bach, and the greatest engineers like Diesel, and the greatest minds, or they're the absolute plague of society. I've never seen one nation have such a over magnified impact on the world. Just one of my offhand observations, and because I majored in philosophy. I studied lots of these people, Immanuel Kant and others. Yeah, I mean, it's you know, how do you I mean, Slugbug I think teaches in school. I mean, it's a daunting proposition these days. I don't know if I would be willing to teach on a high school level. Somewhere along the line, we lost something very critical in our society, and I think we all know what that was. Yeah, you got the kitties. Yay! But everybody has different opinions. Everybody has different solutions. A lot of people don't see a problem. A lot of people believe things will take care of themselves. I think ethics should be taught in public schools. If you can teach gender theory, you can teach religion as an alternative set of beliefs with no harm to anybody. Comparative religion is an alternate theory to how people live their lives. If you can teach gender theory, you can certainly, which is unproven. If you can teach psychology, which has no scientific basis whatsoever, then you can certainly teach ethics and things like that. If you call God a theory, he's every bit as proven as psychology is. Anton Smith, you better shackle yourself. You're going down that path again. Buttercups, can they teach common sense? I don't know. China is a Confucian society. It's a philosophy that still infuses Chinese culture, although it's disappearing rapidly because the one-child policy has created an entitled society that is going to be unwilling to sacrifice for the good of the nation. So it has its own sets of problems. And God knows how many hundreds of millions of lives were aborted over there. Yeah, that's up to you, Shimei. You run the side chat. I give, you know, we give Anton a certain amount of scope and then that's it. I pay to see Amanda hug and kiss and Anton Smith one-on-one. Yeah, I was blessed to live in China for a while. Yes. Now you know that's true, Amanda. You know that? Patricia's soaking her head in a bucket of ice water. Anton has a big secret. You guys really crack me up. I don't know. I think we made her head explode or something over here, Kelly. How are my Orioles doing? As they tangle with the dreaded New York Yankees. Oh, that breeze feels good. Just like that, Anton. Winning 9-3, okay. kids weirding me out here. Stories about your time in China would make great content. I'm still determined to get to, I have books of pictures, photographs, all my time in oil and gas development and financing out in Sichuan province and up in Beijing. I got all kinds of stuff. You'd love to see your book in chapters. It's, I don't know, Kelly, it's not, it's not an easy read. Right? It's pretty intense. It gets philosophically pretty wrapped. When you mix theology, philosophy, and society, you get into some pretty deep water. It doesn't take long to go off the coast till it gets really deep. I'm not saying you're intellectually not up to it. I'm just saying it probably won't have a lot of appeal. That's all I'm saying. Number one, it'll never be published, so we know that. It'll be self-published, if anything. I mean, I'm not stupid. I mean, I know, right? I just hated Shakespeare in high school. It's funny, Shakespeare, people either loved Shakespeare or they didn't. The more thespian type of actors and things tended to really gravitate and get big meaning, hey Jennifer, out of Shakespeare. I much prefer, yeah, it's good, slug bug. It would be perfect for you. I might get you to read, I might send off a draft to you when I finish it. There's a lot of notes. I mean, there's going to be hundreds of footnotes and endnotes and all that. So it's a well supported. It's not just pie in the sky BS. So it needs to be done properly. It can't just be, right? It needs to draw on economics, politics, right? Religion. Philosophy. It's got to draw from a lot of different things, which is the beauty of the liberal arts tradition. Anton, what month were you born in? Did Anton get X'd out, or is there, you could vlog about making a peanut butter? Ducky. That's funny. September, okay. I've had improvement in the moment. That'd be well. Yeah, I mean, I think you're the kind of person that could definitely be very objective as to its contents and things. And because you read a lot and you're very literate, it's. Putin's is in October. Okay. But I would think by the end of, by mid-August, I should have the rough draft done and then start a more aggressive rewrite and building out. Hey, MB, how you doing, sweetie? Thank you so much for your wonderful email. One thing I've learned in life is never present people with half-baked crap. All right? You present people with something that's fully baked and not some collection of nonsense. I was watching Walt Disney all day on YouTube, never seen it before. What does that mean, you've been watching it? What do you mean watching? What do you mean watching Walt Disney? I mean, are we talking about you're on a webcam, live stream, just focused on the mouse ears in Orlando, or what are we doing? All right, Anton, take care. There you go, Buttercut. We try to keep it interesting. There's a lot of theories that go around here. It attracts a more intellectual crowd here for sure. I've noticed on YouTube, people can only suck down so much dribble and then they got to come up for air. Oh, on YouTube, okay. Chilling out in Railroad Square. Thank you, Eric. I'm just chilling out. Tomorrow I hopefully get these drains out. I'm excited. I'm gonna go cook some dinner. It's been a good weekend. I just want to express my sharing your journey. Oh, thank you, Terry. It's wonderful to have my favorite person up in the great state of Montana, Terry Grant. Yeah, the human soul needs more. I am a published writer, poetry. You didn't know that. No, I didn't, MB, but I'm not surprised because there's a delicacy in you. There's a delicate nature in you that in one way it doesn't surprise me in the least. So knowing you and I don't mean delicate in a negative way. I mean, it's just something inherently beautiful in your composition that would make something like poetry. I mean, like me, I wrote a book on metal detecting. It sold a lot of copies, but I'm saying it ain't poetry, right? I'm a very utilitarian, I'm a pragmatist. Yeah, Patricia could write a book on how to care for cats, right? Santa Rosa. Every time the bam sees you walk. Oh yeah, that's great. Thank you, Eric. That's cool. So I'm not surprised, MB. To me, poetry is the highest skilled writing that you can do, as opposed to expository or. To me, the easiest is historical stuff to write. But writing demands to be made interesting too. It's not enough to just throw facts out there. You really have to. You have to bring something to the table that's gonna either surprise, educate, or delight people, or I guess titillate people too, in the way of erotic literature and all that. I mean, that's the big four, right? But I think poetry is a whole different order. See, I took a course in T.S. Eliot in college, just as an elective. I thought it would be easy. It was one of the most brutal things I ever did in my life, right? Another one of my piss poor decisions. And I just remember just being impressed, right, with anybody that can write poetry, much less derive meaning out of it. See, I'm sort of I'm kind of the clear idea person. Like I read poetry and stuff like that, and then I feel like I need somebody's got to interpret this for me, right? Some college professor's got to tell me what this means. So I naturally gravitate to stuff that can, a simpleton mind can unpack it and make sense of it. Yeah, Patricia's an amazing person to connect with, right, Callie? Yeah, Robert Frost. I find so much, poetry. He's kind of hews to the dark side. Art of language, painting a picture with words. Yeah, I'm doing good, baby. How you doing, babe? Yeah, the love song of J. Alfred Prucott and Burbank with a Baedeker, Blaustein with a cigar, and right. Well, you need to be a storyteller in life, right? You need to put something together. You know, if you write, it should naturally come to some crescendo point, and then, right, give time for people to decompress, absorb, and all that. So, acting is good too. Amazingly, I can type 50 words a minute, like that. Oh, I don't know about that, MB. Yeah, doing good, baby. Everything is A-okay. The weather is so delightful right now, 79 degrees. I just don't even feel like moving right now. I'm getting ready to cook up some chicken and some taters. An art school in Savannah and drawing strawberries. You know, those artists work very well. And Beasley. Well, I think the thing that most stuck with me was, philosophy. Well, I already had carpal tunnel, trust me, 22 years of pushing medical paper, and I've always tremendously enjoyed philosophy and the rigors of logic and rational thought. It's good to see you, Quinny. We're going to get a purchase on some barbecue. Cook up a couple small taters, and that. I think 97% of Americans have no interest, we all have some respect for each other, engaging. I think your view of the world is skewed, Trog, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I know you have a few years on me, but perhaps my upbringing in a city where I was able to witness in an extremely short period of time the apparent collapse of civilization. I gravitate towards economic philosophers, Adam Smith, people like that. And the classic ones, Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. I derive nothing of existentialist, and just a waste of ink for me. I mean, don't feed me 400 pages to tell me there's nothing. Yeah, and hear them while they're alive. That's right. I find myself wanting to ask my mother or father something, but they're gone, right? I'm like, hey, do you mind? Who was this person? What happened to this person? I don't know. I took typing in ninth grade with Miss Pamela W. Jackson. It was the worst course I ever had in my life. She'd be like, you ain't gonna make it. Why do you think they forced us to learn Shakespeare? No, we never used it all. I think you learn Shakespeare. Number one, Shakespeare is probably the most noted English literature author of all time. I think we would all agree with that. He really birthed drama and stage drama, right? Shakespeare, we have to go from the time of the Greeks in theater. We have huge gaps where the Roman Empire fell apart and the Dark Ages came and everybody's got smallpox or plague and they're dying. They're hating each other. They're splitting up religiously, right? Everybody's at war with everybody. It's not like, oh, let's just go to the theater tonight and we'll see a parody about the plague, right? Well, so you have this huge long gap, right? The Dark Ages and all that stuff. And it took a time until we emerged from the Dark Ages when people like Shakespeare in the 1500s could come along and present scripted drama for the first time. And that was very new in society, and it took a big hold on people to see that drama played out on stage, and some of it was very controversial too, right? Right, the Oedipus complexes, and there's some very stuff that was riveting to people at the time. You know, kill your father and sleep with your mother, and I mean, this was high drama. King Lear and Hamlet. That's why you study it, because it was a seminal moment in the development of English as an artistic language, as opposed to Latin and Italian and Spanish and all that. Yeah, Romeo and Juliet, that's critical stuff. Shakespeare stuff forms the backbone of probably 30% of what Hollywood produces, the basic drama outline. In my opinion, that's why you should study Shakespeare, because he's timeless in the sense that people can enjoy a Shakespearean play or a derivation of that today as much as they could in the 1500s, 1600s. I mean, Sigmund Freud got his ideas from. Sigmund Freud was an extreme devotee of Shakespeare and was passionate about Shakespeare, and it's what planted in the idea of the Oedipus complex of how we want to rebel against our father and really achieve the love of our mother, yet we need our father to validate all this psychological hoo-ha. All found its origins in Shakespeare. This is why we study Shakespeare. The problem with Shakespeare, thank you, Trog. The problem with Shakespeare is not taught well. If you come in as an English teacher alone, then you're missing a lot of, you have to set the stage. You come in as a historian. Then you have a totally different take on the relevancy and importance of Shakespeare. You can present it in a way that excites students instead of, makes them, just stuns them in their seats, right? We like good commentary. That's my problem with the way history taught. A lot of people I talk to in school, oh, I can't stand history. It's so boring. Well, you're not learning real history then. Real history is about the most exciting thing you can ever wrap your mind around. It's not just the history, it's what surrounds the birth of that history. Yeah, crappy teachers, that's it. But what can your expectation be in a high school history class or English class? It's all teacher dependent. It's what they want to bring to the table. And after 20 years or whatever, how much do you still want to bring to the table when half your time is spent in discipline problems and, right? Principal doesn't like you because you're always offloading the problem to the office, right? Deal with it. Science, chemistry, physics, analytic geometry, calculus, multivariable calculus. It was what it all meant to be well educated in 1970s. 60s and 70s. There was no free passes. There were no participation for trophies. My high school, if you got a 56 on a test, there wasn't just a straight F that you could tell your parent, oh, I just barely failed it, right? 56 is barely, what? Really? And then you got a 32 this quarter? You know, your average is about 47. You have to get 100 just to get a 70. Yeah, well, it's a tough school. I got yelled at. I mean, I got all my report cards from first grade all the way through. What an embarrassing mess that is of unsatisfactory conduct, talks too much, right? Disobeys. What an embarrassment. I see my poor parents having to put comments on that. We'll encourage Stephen to do better, right? Okay. How's that working out for you? Ditching class. His favorite book was written by Machiavelli, the Prince. All about agglomerating power to yourself. It's an early precursor. It's like the Italian version of Lao Tzu, right? The Art of War. And Buttercup said, "You know what pissed me off? History, philosophy, ethics, and yeah, that's cool, Bluebird. That sounds like the agenda I like. I was a terrible student, Scott. Just because I screwed off all the time. I smoked. Nobody cared if you smoked back then. You had an area at the school you could smoke. Nobody. People care less, right? Which explains why I'm driving a crappy van and I live in a crappy neighborhood and have crappy money. So it all makes sense. Right? It all makes sense. That's great. I was in Phi Alpha Theta, the National History Honor Society college. Phi Alpha Theta. No, I was the last year. We had one girl in my class. We had the first black girl. It was an all-male school, Baltimore Polytechnic Institute, going all the way back to 1868. But the 1970s saw introduction of women, wanted to be engineers too, and I didn't care. The sister school to ours was Western High School, and it was an all-girls high school. And they used to vote every year. The guys would vote whether they wanted to open up the big divider between the two cafeterias so you could commingle, and every year they voted no. Hey, Raven. We all kind of judged the girls at Western were kind of dogs. Oh, you're moving soon, Jen. Wow. You had Northern, Western, Eastern, Southern High School, City College, Baltimore Polytechnic Institute. Poly City is the oldest high school rivalry in the nation. Moving to Golden, Colorado. What are you going to work? Get a job in the brewery, honey? I'm sure Coors is hiring with all the extra beers they're needing to make. With that Dylan Mulvaney fiasco, how that all came down. Boy, that whole thing was a cluster F. Yep, thumbs up or appreciate if you're coming in and you're enjoying the chat tonight. I do appreciate you being here very much. Famous graduates from my high school, H.L. Mencken, the great social commentator, and Alonzo Decker of Black & Decker. Yeah, go to Coors, honey. They must be hiring like crazy with all the beer they got to kick out. All of a sudden they've had to ramp their volume up dramatically. That would account for your linguistic and writing skills, Shimei, and comprehension. Just couldn't afford that, so we just did what we could do. But my grade school is Catholic grade school, so I learned how to read and write. Be a real dick. Teachers kind of liked me on the one hand because I was funny, but then, you know, on the other hand, I was always like a pain in the ass. Alright, let us get some dinner going here. It's been a very interesting stream tonight. I can't believe 2 hours went that fast. I think tomorrow night, if I get my drains out and stuff, we're definitely going to go out to Sebastopol tomorrow night. For sure. And I might treat myself to something to eat outside carry out. Hello, Blackbird. How are you?
Good.
Good day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you taking off with your driver today. Did you golf some?
Yeah, we went to Bennett Valley.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, it's fun.
Good. Look at that glorious lawn. Whew. Yeah, I think takeout tomorrow night would be a treat. Give a little reward. Really thinking I might want to get a few rainbow rolls and a spider roll. I don't know. Maybe drop a little money tomorrow night, right? But this place really needs to be cleaned up. But I've just been trying to recover here, so it's kind of embarrassment. Jen, you're not past your prime, babe. Get some dinner going. Let's get some barbecue on. Bird, you processed a lot of wire, huh? Yeah, that's good. So anytime you want to take it down to the recycle, let me know.
For making jewelry and stuff?
Well, anytime you want to go to the recycle, let me know.
Okay.
We'll load up the van and go down. I think my internet's fine here. Get this set up.
Oh, the Martian. What happened?
All right, let me just use the head for a minute. I'm going to take the Yeah, Trotsky. I fed Trotsky this morning. Trotsky will be around. He's alright. Let me get the meat warmed up. Yeah, one night we'll play Ronald Reagan's great speech and then just comment as it goes along. Commentary on the Great Society and the cost that it extracted on this nation. I guess we're gonna. I don't even know if we need this tonight. I don't think we're gonna need that tonight. I'll grab a couple of potatoes. First, I'm gonna have a beer. Oh well, thank you, Raven. You're sweet. There's nothing about this that's exemplary in the way of a home. It's a mess. I'd let the inside get away from me. Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you, Lurker. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's been a pretty good ride so far. We're gonna have a little bit of a sun situation here for a few minutes. Where's Kelly? That was one of the best speeches I ever heard in my life. How's the new stove is great. What are you gonna look up? I gotta get this thing closer to me. Robert Frost, famous poet. Mary Shelley was married to, I don't know what his first name, Shelley, the great English poet. Shelley, Wordsworth, and Mary Shelley's the one that wrote the Frankenstein story. I think they dared themselves to write a scary story, and they were staying at Lake Geneva in Switzerland or something. She wrote that story. See, that's a story that AI could have never come up with. It can now take the basic premise of it and make other stories, but it could never come up with an original story like that. Percy Shelley. Yeah, Edgar Allan Poe. How he ever ended up dead in a gutter in Baltimore will be. That's like the last place you want to end up. Just another night in Baltimore. I think a couple ladies at a night rolled him. Transylvania, yeah. How about Transylvania University down in Kentucky? Oh, I wish I was a whippoorwill. I wish I wish. Is Trotsky here? I didn't see him. You have to suffer for your art, right? All Poe wanted was a woman to love him. They're eating. Let me get the grill started over here.
Share with your little friends. Wear it.
We got the grill fired up. gotta use up some of this. I got the end of this bullseye I gotta use up. Here, I got a little bit in there. And then I kind of like the craft. I don't think it's bad. I mean, you don't always have to have a big design or a barbecue, right? Oh. I might go out shooting this week. I don't know. It's been a while. As the sun sets on the Rancho. I love it. Man, I'm really a simpleton. I love that. Oh, chow time. Peter Pants, you got in trouble, huh? That'll do it. You know, my whole school career, I can never remember anybody whizzing themselves. I remember plenty of people just randomly would just vomit. I mean, you didn't even see it was coming. All of a sudden, it's just in mid-flight, and everybody's got a duck and cover. It's like, where'd that come from? Chocolate milk after. Thanks. Right now, my mother will swear I did it to myself, right? It's like, thank you. And then that smell of kids' vomit. It's got a unique wang to it. Yeah, a kid would just randomly puke, right? Splashing all over. Jesus. Kid, call your shot. Like, really? Really, dude? Thank you. Thank you. Oh, too funny. Ooh. while before that chicken takes wing. Ooh, good night, Raven. I think we were all clock watchers. Look at like 2:45. Time for announcements. Principal Girardi here. Football field. I know when I was playing the clarinet, I couldn't get the suspenders off in time to make it to the bathroom. Way to go. Hey Larson, thank you. 109 thumbs up. Keep ramming that up. It's been a great chat tonight. I've got some, there's a couple baked potatoes to enjoy and some chicken tonight. Keep it simple. I don't think we need to have the lights on yet, although it's, I don't even know what time it is. It's starting to get darker earlier. Trotsky's still feeding his face. Where did he go? I gotta get the cat some water. Hold on a minute. Fresh water is down. I was in marching band. Empty these drains real quick. Be right back. Very little blood left anymore. That's the good news. That's all day long. I'm on vacation. Yay! We're responsible for those we tame. Well, I can't say we've been shirking our duty here. Oh, certainly the cats have been thriving here. There's no doubt about that, right? Ooh. I mean, nobody can say that the cats haven't been well cared for. Ooh. Hey, Icy. Oh, that beer is good. I'm most interested to see, I've never grown onions before. I'm most interested to see how the onions are going to turn out. That's going to be the most interesting thing of all. And there's something about these tomato beds just don't function. I don't know, I enjoy summer. Vegas was a bit on the trifle on the hot side, but it dealt with it. Where's Trotsky? Trotsky! I need my co-host. As soon as he smells chicken, he'll be up on the roost. Yeah, I don't know, Jen. I don't want to count my chickens before they're hatched, honey. I'm going to wait to see what tomorrow brings. You know, I think it's going to be a painful morning, so we'll see. I'm sure I'll have a story to tell. Trotsky! We're waiting for our co-host here, who just appeared. Look who it is. It's this, whoop. It's our esteemed co-host. Thank you, Callie Mo. You gotta really get those ears good. They really like to have those ears done. I didn't forget you, Tiger, even though you don't like me and we don't have a great relationship. There you go. Like, you better groom me. Yeah, they're taking the drain tubes out tomorrow, I hope. Unless his PA has other ideas. I hope not. I wish I was seeing the surgeon, but that ain't gonna happen tomorrow. Under my plan, that's it. You get your one and done. I can't complain though with office visits and co-pays. I think the total was like out of pocket for me was like $180. My 5 Vicodin pills, which I didn't take one of, were 48 cents. So, so thank goodness for that, because yeah, I'm still waiting on my Social Security here. Ah. Four kids C-section, that's a heck of a lot of recovery right there. Whew. That is a lot of recovery. Oh, thank you. I've had this for years. This is usually when I put my old Hawaiian shirts on, then I'm doing a work project here. I'm just starting to get itchy because I haven't been able to clean. I've been taking this wrap off. Done the best I can with the soap and a wash rag and everything. Trying to get down and do my crotch, and it's been very... You've been gone a long time. Yeah, I did, Larson. I'm in the process of detransitioning. This is my favorite time of night, as we transcend from the golden hour to the blue hour. No, I didn't do a video. I've just talked about it on live streams. Just how much of... Wow! Wow, that had to be a problem, Slug Bug. So I don't even know it. Yeah, you know what I mean, Cindy, trying to wash the undercarriage there. Yeah, that's a tough recovery. I think it's 3 C-sections. Jeez. No, I've taken the hair off before. Depends what my mood is. Sometimes I might feel like dressing. Sometimes I might feel like God mode. I don't know. I love having that flexibility now. Not a hell of a lot of difference, right? Hey, you mugs. Don't want to look like a bull dyke or something. I just look the same, but with real short hair. Rosie, you slob, why are you in the box over there? What are we doing in that box? Huh? What are you doing? Huh? Oh, brother. He's laying in the dirt box over there. I like it both ways. Freedom. Well, I don't know. I mean, I always enjoyed it. I mean, I always liked short, long. I liked all different kinds. Right. What's a V-back? Is that where they, thank you, Ducky. Jen. I'm always straight up about things. I don't ever be pretentious on YouTube, okay? Please. Man, if you can't accept yourself in life, you've got a big ass problem. Char on that barbecue. Yum, yum. Oh, well. Yeah, I'm always, you know, like Kiss when they took off the makeup. It's like you'll always be the person that you are. I mean, how can you be any different? Really short butch hair or long, it doesn't matter, right? Same old goof. Right. Go for that ball girl look. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Cupcake? No, since January of this year when I had a vision in like January 6th of 2023, I had a spiritual enlightenment and vision. Well, thank you, Cupcake. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well, honey. I don't know what happened to Jen. She like disappeared, and Tammy, my girl in OKC, and I don't know what the hell happened. Oh, you just got off work? Awesome. Oh, the baby cats are there. You see the little knuckleheads here? See one of them hiding right there. And that little one's wondering whether I should come out or not over there. Yeah, you come out here at 5 a.m. in the morning, they're jumping all over the place. They're everywhere. All right, I'm gonna check my chicken again. I don't want it to burn up. I don't want it to burn up. Oh no, you cut your fingers tonight. The hell? Baby skunks in the morning. Man, I don't want no polecats around here. Heck no. I don't want polecats. Ooh, time for a couple homegrown carrots. Nice. Mmm. I got him. I felt real bad for you last night with that 1 o'clock upload. Hey Lisa, you looked uncomfortable as could be. How you doing, Lisa? Yeah, my supernatural experience. They're so delicious. They're all natural. No spray. Well, hopefully, MR, we always remain the same person, at least interiorly. You never want to lose yourself to yourself. I like carrots when they're fried with some brown sugar and some butter. A little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt. Unbelievable. These have a lot of flavor. I love black baklava too. Janet made a nice baklava, but it kind of gave me heartburn. like to finish off my chicken in the microwave. We're having chicken and some potatoes. No, I don't have a spider. This is usually what I wear when I'm working, like volunteer work and projects. Baklava is delicious, but it's very, I don't want to say oily, but it's very, you know, it has a lot of butter or whatever, so that sometimes that gets upsets my digestion a little bit. Tear into a little potato. What is it depends what I eat. I don't like Janet sent me home with a lot of baklava and I loved it. She did a wonderful job, but it was so intensely, would I say fat? There was so much like butter on it that it just, I don't know, it kind of eerie. If you had too much of it, which was on me, then it became a little bit irritating. I'll put the chicken on here and I'm going to microwave that just to really blast internally. That's some righteous drumsticks right there. Look at that. Righteous. I'm always a little leery of chicken. I think I got enough. I'm not going to have a third beer. I think I'm okay. Ooh, that looks nice. you come up to dinner here, you look like a pig. You've been rolling in that box. You ought to be ashamed of yourself looking like that. Huh? My co-host has arrived. Looking disheveled and messy. Thank you, Amanda. It's going to be delicious. Fructose corn syrup. Look at you. You got crap all over you. Huh? I know you're there. You gotta let the chicken cool off. He is a mess. He's a slob. He goes over and he rolls in the box over there. Pulls off the table. All right. That's way too hot. Understand, you're gonna get burned. Oh. Oh. You guys are my cross to bear through life, right? Right? Yeah, it's good. Lay down a little more barbecue. Back in the house and got this. Wow, you got diabetes problem too, Adam? Dude, I felt bad for you. Last night doing that upload at that bus stop or whatever at 1 a.m. You were sweating like a pig. What we got to do is we got to let it cool off, which means we need to exercise the virtue of patience. Yeah, I keep my sugar intake low. I know. But we're going to get our ass burned off if we just go dig into that, right? Adam, don't talk nonsense. Alright, dude, it's counterproductive. Out, down, down. Have you lost your mind? You gotta let it cool off. This is way too hot. Okay, you know it's hot. You feel it's hot. Right? It's like being in a Little Rascals movie. Do 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 do. Yeah, itchy means healing, but I'll tell you, I'm gonna tell you, Nino, I don't like being unsanitary. I don't like, it'll be 6 days for a shower, right? That's the worst part of the whole deal. Now, I've done the best I can. With the washcloth and towel, so Thank you, Simon. We'll take care of Socks. Socks is patient. Socks will get his reward. There it is, her reward. It's right there, dumbbell. Who doesn't like chicken? Oh my, look who's back. Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve. No, I haven't streamed on Twitch in 9 months. Reason being is Twitch doesn't keep streams, so they just disappear. There's no, like YouTube, my videos from January 4th, 2013 are still up. Right? Thank you, Nino. I am freaking cute. No doubt about that. Mail call videos, yep. I should do a mail call. I've probably gotten 400 mails in the last week. Hello, Cheryl S. Good dinner tonight. Did my last video. Yeah, well, you know, consider my butt was hanging out. I took it down myself. Hi, Scottish. Anybody seen Jen? I haven't seen Jen in 90 days. My next Las Vegas trip is in September. I have a free place to stay. Yeah, well, I worry about you, Adam. There's no way you should be out there doing uploads at 1 a.m. in the morning from a random bus stop in Phoenix. Thank you, Nino. All right, where's Trotsky? See, he's too lazy. Trotsky! There you are. Come on. You know the drill. You have to live with the choices. Well, I'd like to do a little something for you. No, I don't think aliens are real. It's just my opinion. Where's Kelly? That's just my opinion, Tang. Other people's mileage may vary. Yeah, but he was there. He was out there 1 a.m. recording. He was sweating like could be. I thought, this ain't right. If you got a PayPal or something, I'll send you a little something. But I still think you should be pursuing a day labor job. It's hot in Vegas, it's hot in Phoenix. Oh, wow, you're up here? Really? What do I owe the pleasure to, huh? The thing I don't like about the UFO stuff, it's all just such cloak and dagger BS. Why can't they land in Times Square and just come down in the middle? Food is good. I got tired of shrimp. I care. I'd be happy to send you something, Adam. It was a very disturbing YouTube short last night. Come on, dumbbell. I'm not gonna, spoon feed you. All right. We're gonna pull apart this last one for the cats here. Everything's always hidden, What a bunch of nonsense. Say, I don't know. Well, you should set one up, or a Venmo or something. I'd be happy to send you something. Trotsky's like, I got no problem coming up. There we go. Trotsky's like, it's all good. It's canned sardines. Tara, you are a hoot. Guys, you looking forward to Tara coming up? It's not going to be too much longer. We'll be like cross-dressing sisters. I bought a new flower paint. It's actually about it because, oh, that's important. You got to stay cool, Cindy. I mean, you're younger than I am, honey, but you get a little older in particular, it's very easy to get overheated.
I
Yeah, I've been giving them some chicken. You want me there? Yeah, late October, first week in November would be great. Yeah, it's always a lot of fun. Take care, 71. What was the final on the Orioles and the Yankees tonight? Yeah, we tried. Yeah, we talked. We were chatting today. Haven't worked anything out. Cats eat well tonight. Kids on big wheels. Hello. It's the neighborhood I live in. We got tons of kids. It's like growing up in Baltimore. All right, that was a good dinner. I'm not going to eat the rest of the potato. I think the cats are pretty happy, huh? Cats can't complain. Cats cats. So for those of you who don't know, tomorrow I have my follow-up visits. 6 days later with the physician assistant. I'm hoping that the drains get taken out tomorrow. I don't have much. What little bit is there is like Kool-Aid. So I'm hoping tomorrow is going to be my liberation day, and then I'm going to have all the thrills of describing my first shower since a week ago. Thank you, Cyanide. Good to see you, honey. So tomorrow, hopefully that'll go okay. If I have to keep the drains in a couple more days, oh well. I'll just have to bear with the program, but boy, I really need to attend to my hygiene. So, all right, in the meantime, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close it out tonight. And first and foremost, I want to thank my wonderful moderators for everything that you do. A lot of people have requested more of the, I don't want to call them the intellectual chats, but hopefully tonight was a little bit. Great to see you, Amanda. Hug and kiss as always. Tomorrow night we'll be in Sebastopol. I'll probably get something to eat, so we'll try to incorporate a little more of the, people seem to really enjoy those type of chats, so we'll see what we can do. If you have topics that you want to cover, just let me know. In the meantime, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for the wonderful support. Really appreciate it. Cindy, good to see you. Cheryl S. Simon, thank you. Say hi to Robin. Patricia, stay out of trouble. Stay out of strip clubs, please. Cupcake, good to see you. Nino, everybody. Scottish Saren, good to see you tonight. If anybody talks to Jen, please send her my regards. Let her know. You know, she's got to show up sometime. I'm going to have to make a couple changes on the channel here. So, all right, guys, thanks so much, and have a good night.